Hello and welcome to another installment of Comparative Reasoning. I'm your host, Sidra Kennedy, and um, you know what? I didn't really know exactly what five topics I was going to talk about today. I had things swirling in my head, and they were all jumbled and stuff, and I'm just like, which one do I talk about, and why do I talk about it? Um, the why is because I want to. Two is obviously it's important to me. Uh, Usually, what I try to do is talk about things that I think you all would be interested in hearing. It's not an easy feat. I haven't spoken to you all for quite some time because I just simply didn't know what to talk about. And yesterday, I think it was, yeah, yesterday. And I'm really going to. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna believe. No. I'm gonna just had a conversation with my daughter. She's 11. A couple of months now. And I've always talked to her as she's an equal. That's how I raised her. And that's how her mother raises her. We do that. It's a joint effort. I mean, we're all in this house together. And, we treat her as an equal. Validate her. Let her know she's important and why. And when she messes up, we definitely let her know. And when she does great things, we praise her all to be guiding. But I told her something yesterday. I think it was yesterday. In any case, for those that's still around, since my view average is like seconds. I told her, I said, I want to talk to you. So she kind of got her listening face on, that kind of look of, I'm going to try to listen, but I might drift off and think about something else because, I'm bored. in any case, that's not how she talked. I just mock everyone with that voice. I told her, this is important. You need to know this. Because no one teaches their children this. I told her, everything that you do and say is wrong. And she's like, what? I said, everything you do and say is wrong. And she said, that doesn't make sense. And I said, I know, but you're wrong. She said, so, and she walked, just a quick speed walk. And she said, and that's wrong. I said, yeah. She was like, and she said, how the fuck is that wrong? I had to laugh. I said, because the way you just walked, there's a whole lot of people that believe you shouldn't walk that way. And she's like, why would they think that? Because you didn't walk like a lady. You didn't walk the way a little girl should walk. You didn't do anything like a little girl or a lady or a proper Christian or somebody like that, or a dignified female would do. And she said, well, they're fucking stupid. They say that about you because you didn't do what they think you should do. And then she was like, so all the words I'm saying right now, they're wrong. I said, yeah. She said, how? We learned to talk. We learned to speak. We learned to do all this so we could communicate. How is it wrong? I could see her panicking, and I had to keep my laugh at bay best that I could. And I told her, you're not saying words that befit a young lady. You're cursing, and the majority of this planet, the mass majority of this planet believes that since you are younger than me, you're my offspring, you shouldn't say any swear words at all because you just shouldn't, because you're young. And she just look up in the air. It's a trait she's got from her mom. Look up in the air and look around like somebody else is going to give her the answer. And I told her, I said, here's the thing. Everything you do and say is wrong because there's so many people out there that think you're not doing it the way they should. That's it. You're not doing it the way they should. You're wrong because you're not doing it how they would do it, or how they should do it, or how they think you should do it. You're never going to please anyone. Everyone out there is going to think anything and everything you do is wrong, unless it's a boyfriend that or girlfriend that really loves you because it's at the very beginning of your relationship and everything you do is great and perfect and the way you sound is great and perfect. And then they get used to you. The honeymoon of the relationship is over, and then they start hearing everything you say and they start analyzing certain things and they get bored with certain things, and then you're like, what's wrong? One of you is going to be like, what's wrong? Either you're doing it or they're doing it or you both are doing it. And then they'll say the whole relationship was wrong. That's when the mom comes in, and I backtrack it to the opening, which you've already heard. Now, I'm saying this to you because some of you've probably already, it's like something that you know. It's more instinctual. You know this. But on the more conscious level, you had no clue. This is that quick little saying that you can't please all the people all the time. And that's true. Case in point, you think about someone like a Republican running for office. You know, they say they're racist. They don't like minorities. They're fine, right? Everyone, literally all the Confederate racist whites are going to vote for him. They're called Trumpists now. You know, not just Confederate, but Nazi. Things that the Confederates would actually hate, to be honest with you. Trump is great. He's awesome. And then he might have said a good thing about, and if you remember any speeches, he'll say something good about a Democrat or something, and then everyone gets quiet like, you are not saying things that our tribe would like. And so the reason I brought this up, and the reason I even told that to my daughter, was because any and everything I say up here is going to be wrong. My stance on vegetarians, my stance on, carnivores, herbivores, carnivores, my stance on omnivores, they're all wrong. All of them. My thoughts on this whole 5G thing, that's wrong. No matter how accurate what I say is. I mean, down to the people that even built the 5G phones and stuff. It's wrong. Matter of fact, if I say something that contradicts anything that you've already preconceived, I'm wrong. There's no way that I can be right, no matter how accurate I am. It's impossible. And that's why we get into small groups that we do, because you try to get with like-minded people until you get to know them, and then that one thing, I've lost quite a few acquaintances because of one thing. Everything else is amazing, great, and get along and is laughs, but then there's that one thing. And for this was just wrestling, and in general, and for pro wrestling is simply, I like it to be somewhat old school, meaning it makes sense. If it don't make sense, then it don't need to be. It's that simple. If it don't make sense, it don't need to be. And if you like professional wrestling, I host a video game channel. I do that, weekly shows, about 2 shows a week. About 2 shows a week. Might be 3, might be 4, but you can find it. Just put in CRW 717, you'll find it. Um, I don't want to lose subscribers. I would like to gain subscribers, but that's impossible when anything I say will be wrong. I'm not an elitist, and if I had enough to be an elitist, I wouldn't be an elitist. I'm the type of person, if I did somehow stumble into grand wealth, that I would still live like well below my means. I just want Transformers and the ability to do recordings. That's pretty much it. I like to interact with all of you. I do. That's why I do the whole, every once in a while I'm like, what do you think? Let me know down there. Ask you questions. What my thoughts on yada 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 yada. I do that for both my channels. Rarely for this, but mainly for my CR wrestling commentary. I do. I talk about certain wrestling things. No, not WWE, because I don't give a shit, and not AEW because ew. So, yeah, just when it comes to wrestling, I'm really picky. When it comes to just comparative reasoning, I could talk about roughly anything. Roughly. And if it's something that you bring up that I don't know anything about, I'm going to do a little bit of research and then give my take on it that way. And for those that are new here, that are subscribers, if you got this far, if you're still listening, I want to thank you. Please comment and whatnot. Let me know you're here. Say, hey, what's up? I like this part. And if you browse through the stuff, you'll hear some rage rants. You'll hear lots of, I will curse to the point of a sailor saying, thumbs up, bro. That's what I'll get. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get angry again, especially after it's been a while. I went out yesterday. And wow. Yeah. I could the subjects that I can talk about. I guess today I'll try to do it. I'll try to upload a video of me. We were out and it was just an idiot person that just parked stupid, some jackwad from Virginia. So if you live in Virginia and you're hearing this, the person didn't represent you well. I didn't know exactly what to talk about, and there's really no solutions for this one. The only true solution to this is, this goes for you, this goes for me, this goes for everybody. That would, where's my mic? Okay, there we go. And the solution would be to think critically. That doesn't mean you sit down with a drawing board or anything like that. You figure it out. You don't need a ruler, protractor, an easel, and markers. You don't need any of that. You're good. It just means to sit back and weigh a few pros and cons. Is what you're hearing matching what you have seen? And is what you have seen really what you saw, or could it be something else? Thinking critically means compare and contrast. It means that there's not black and white, but there's gray, nuance. So if we all did that and we really just step out of our bubbles and listen to what someone else has to say, and we don't have to view it like, oh, we're being judged, or we got to double down and defend how we think or what we believe. No, that's my idea, is to be better. It's not about belief. Don't defend your beliefs. That's where anyone messes up. When you defend your beliefs, you're really defending somebody else's beliefs, not your own. So just chill, relax, And anything that I say from here on out, just, if you got contradictions to it, hey, what do I normally say? Make a video, link it over here. And if you can't link here, then there's Discord or Twitter. You can link it there and say, I made this video in contradiction to what you said, or I agree with some of it, but this is my thoughts on it. Let me know. Just because you disagree with me don't mean I'm not going to give it a heart. That's weak. You disagree with me. I'm not going to put a like on this. No, that's weak. That's weak. No. Let me know what you think. Put it in the comments section. Just type it out if you want. If it's real long, I'll listen to Google Translate. But if you're going to be insulting, I can handle that in multiple ways. I'm insulting to those who insult me. I'm insulting to those who insult others needlessly or attack others needlessly. Or use hate speech offensively, not mockingly, or if possible, some magical way, constructively. You're going to just call somebody the N word or the W word or the B word or the C word or anything like that, just because you're upset or you disagree, or you're going to call someone a moron because they have a difference of opinion. I'm going to come back, with equal vigor, if not more. Most likely it'll end with you can die in a burning cat or something thereof. A flaming emu. Don't matter to me. Just die in something that's all messed up and not going to make it itself. That's about how I feel. Don't attack the harmless. The harmless is already being attacked. They don't need extra people attacking them. They need people defending them. It's been a while since I did a video, so I thought I'd do a slightly long one. I'm gonna try to keep my videos 10 minutes or less. Matter of fact, that's a good question for you. What length of video are you interested in? What is just put it down there. How long is a video does need to be for you? When do you cut it off? And don't put a timestamp like 2 in the colon and no, because then that'll put it up for this. No, just put like 2, the number 2 hyphen or 2 MIN, 2 HR, 5 MIN or something, for a minute, obviously HR for hour, or 5 hours, 15 minutes and 3 seconds on the nose. Anything higher or lower, I will go rage nuts on everybody. Just something. Just let me know what is your desired length of video. Then I'm gonna try to find those mediums. It's something for me to do. It's just a slight challenge, and help me connect with you a lot better. There's Discord down there if you want to get up a part of that. There's and there I'm gonna eventually start doing these things where I am recording while on Discord. So you want a voice bomb while I'm doing it? Hey, you most likely won't see me as CR up there, although you might. It'll look like the symbol you see from my channel, but you might see a CRW. That's my wrestling one. That's the one I most likely will be using since I do more of that. But that means it just be me. So I'll be in there, and you want to come in and say, "Hey, I'm listening to this." Okay, and if I say something you're interested in, you want to, hey, I got to speak up on this. Hey, it's all good. Have a conversation. That's kind of where I'm at. Let me know what interests you and stuff. I've gotten some new subscribers, and I'm very thankful and humbly appreciate it. I'm thankful, even if a few of them might be bots. I don't know. When I see them, I do check. I check out the channel to see if they got content or how long it's been. If they haven't had anything up there in 6 months or 3 months, I'm kind of like, I don't really check anything. But if it's been up there a week or a month and a half, then most likely I'm going to check it and see what you got. That's usually how I do it. That don't mean I'm going to promote you or anything. Well, I always try to give credit where it's due when somebody says something. So that'll be how I promote you. If somebody says something, I got to comment on it, and I think it's best to do it verbally. I'll be like, this person, yada, 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 you know. I guess I've rambled long enough. I'm just trying to let you know where I'm coming from and my solutions to why to everything being wrong that you do and or say. I'll bring up the other stuff later, and those will probably be short. I just want to do a little longy today, a little longy. I hope everybody out there is safe, COVID free, staying inside. You know, if you got to go out, mask up, glove up. You know, went to a drive-through and they had a mask and gloves on. These blue medical gloves. Awesome. They've got my seal to go back. So, with that said, I want to thank y'all for your time, patience, energy. You could have chosen to listen to anyone, but you chose to listen to me. I'm always thankful of that. So, I'll talk to you later. This has been Sidra for CR. Well, nope. This has been Sidra for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.